Here, Stein has so much nervous energy. I thought that if I could get him to change directions, I might be able to get a little bit of join up going. But everything I did here just created with him having more energy. I'm trying to change directions there, and he just increases. I wasn't able to get it. You can see him there kind of trip. So I'm doing this, trying to get him to turn and face, do a little bit of join up and help create calmness for him, but it's not working. So later on, I'm going to change my methods completely. So keep watching for that. And we brought home 2 Mustangs, and he has so much more nervous energy than the other Mustang. So here I was just really thinking that I needed to help him kind of join up a little bit, but I could tell when I'm doing this that I'm not helping him have any calm energy. I'm just increasing his energy. So we end up by stopping this completely. So keep watching. You're going to see how we change things up to help him. I'm actually super duper excited about how I'm able to change things up. I thought at first with all of his nervous energy that I was going to have to do things differently than what I normally do. But I've done a little bit more research on this, and I don't need to do it differently. So what we're doing to train him is going to completely change. It's going to be much more low-key. It's really going to help him build confidence, because trying to get any kind of join up right now with him, it's just too much energy. I don't feel good about it. And you'll be able to see in this video the differences right now. We're on the same day for both Stein and Doc, and how things are going differently with them. The flag, that red flag that I'm using right now, just trying to get him to change directions. I'm not going to use it with him anymore, but I am able to use it with Stein. And Stein's actually, I'm able to use it with Doc. And Doc is actually very, very curious about it. So here I'm walking away to relieve that pressure. He's turned and faced me. You can see his head is still high. He still has a lot of nervous energy. So I'm not happy with trying to do this at all. So if you guys are out there trying this, or you have one that's a little bit more nervous energy, there are ways for us to help them get some calm energy. And again, just keep watching. I like that he's coming towards me here. But I just really want it to be a lot more low-key than this. And I don't want him to get hurt or anybody else to get hurt. There, he's turning to face me again, but his head is still super high. So with him, we're still just trying to get him calm and to help him relax, right? But with Stein, where I'm petting him on his neck and his shoulder, his back. So it is a little bit different with these two. However, Frank is another one that we brought home, and he's not in this series, but brought home at the same time. And Frank, the Mustang, is super calm. He's a lot more brave. And so there is some touch going on with him. But so far, with comparing the Mustang Stein to the donkey Doc, Doc is moving along further right now. And we'll see how things change as I change things up. So keep watching to see the changes and how they help Stein to feel comfortable and to start creating that bond with him. Now in this, the goal is to do 15 minutes a day with each animal. Now I have done a lot more. I fast forwarded some of this. When you're watching it, it'll be 2 times or sometimes even 5 times the fast or speed, because the video is really, really long. So I didn't really edit things out, but some things I kind of sped up, because it's just standing and waiting and helping them be comfortable with us being near or in there with them. And we'll be able to keep building off from that. Now later on, we will increase pressure for Stein, but to begin with, we just need to get him comfortable being around us. So later on, doing the hooking on, or increasing his anxiety and then helping it come down, we'll incorporate that. But at this very, very moment, he doesn't need any of that. I don't, on how I'm going to do it. I just need him to be calm so he can begin trusting me, and then we can keep building on all of this as we go. He does an excellent job looking at me, but you can see his head is still super duper high. So stay tuned. We'll keep making more videos so that you guys can see the entire process with training these guys. And the reason I was having him change directions in here is I don't want mindless circles going around. That's only going to keep building on his anxiety. So I'm trying to get him to change directions so we can get him more in a thinking state of mind. But going forward, I'm just going to work on him being comfortable being around me and eating from my hand.
Does he step towards you? Only to run. Oh, there's a little fake step there.
Yeah, it's not real. He's still just really worked up and nervous.
Oh, oh.
how crooked his nose is, Paul?
Yeah.
That's anxiety.
Okay.
Red flag permit.
Mm-hmm.
No one's gonna sneak up on me.
That's the most touch I've ever done on him.
Awesome. If you put that flag out in front of you, he'll go out in front of you more.
Hi, Dom. How are you?
Now he's getting positioned for you to go pet him on his neck again.
With my hand or the flag?
I would do it with your hand.
Hi, buddy. I lost my moment. There you go. You're rolling. We got them both coming in for some flag time.
Hi. Just kidding. I'm still nervous. It's pretty fast to be right up next to him.
Yeah.
Hi.
He says, you smell good.
Don't bite my arm.
Is that banana flavored lotion?
Yeah, right.
So it begins.
Hi.
He's like, I would like some more of that, please.
I'm a little worried when he's smelling me like that he's gonna just like.
Wow.
You see him flinch a little bit when I do that?
Mm-hmm. Won't be long. Him and dude can be playing.
I was gonna try to get on the other side of him. He said, nah. So this is where I would call his break, like, and then hopefully he'll come back over here soon. I still have the cool flag.
You gotta jiggle that flag like you're fishing.
Right? It's like a lure. Are you interested in my flag?
He's like, I'm cornered. That's Stormy, yeah. Trying to
I got
bite.
the other side. Freeze. There's the difference between a donkey and a horse.
How'd you freeze him?
Just by touching him. Hi.
Like, I'd like some more of that, please.
He leaned away.
Yeah, he got brave and went past you. He was kind of nervous over there. I'm kind of stuck in the corner.
Like my flag? That's enough.
He's gonna go walk it off and then go back. Oh, yeah, I was looking at you. What? This is a good spot for approaching him. I think he's had enough for a little while.
How long have you been recording so far?
7.5.
He wants to go that way. Everybody has cooties out here.
Yep.
Taking turns rolling. Doc. Those two might know each other.
They might.
Whoa, wait a minute though. He's a year old, right?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't know each other. But they could have relatives.
They got cousins.
Hey, Frank.
I need to try filming a little corner dog up here by you.
It's a little bit harder to keep working with Doctor with two of them in here.
It is.
How long has it been?
9.5.
So we could probably call this good for him because you were
Yeah.
in here hanging out with him for quite a while before
Yeah.
I came. So
Yep. There's that high head.
So I want to start with him just following me in a circle because I want to find something he can say yes to.
Wow. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just.
That's okay.
Stein was really worked up here about an hour ago when we separated him. He probably spent 20 minutes yawning and licking his lips and blowing. His head's still fairly high, but it's not the giraffe head we had earlier.
So maybe we'll go in a circle the other direction.
Oh, I gotta shake it up a little bit. Oh, it's too much. I can't handle it.
So he's really trying to block me from his right side.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with that information, but
You know, I spend most of my time looking at Frank's left side now that you bring it up.
blinking a ton now.
Hey, Brandon's here.
Who's here?
Brandon Smith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I gotta go.
All right. he touched it with his nose again. I'll give him another release.
Yeah. Where are you going?
This coming to me or towards me is new.
Mm-hmm.
For he who's not hungry. Remember, he's not hungry?
Right?
You look like you're kind of hungry.
No way, man. I'm staying away from the green.
Hi. Really scared. Or you just a drama horse? You just a drama horse. I smell the grass again. Like it doesn't smell right.
So close. Hey, buddy. I'm over here.
You can't tell me you're not hungry if you eat the hay on the ground. You want the hay instead? Do you want the hay? Oh, I can't take it. You switched. Oh, he's like eating all that grass again?
And the bag? Can you take your bag?
Oh, look it. I can keep the bag kind of
I'm not even gonna look. He's sensitive about people looking at him. I'm gonna ignore you.
Be kind of cool to draw on the ground here where we're in video and where we're not. 'Cause he's staying out the camera right now.
Nice when you do that. Work back.
It could even be possible to put this thing like up on the gate. He's sneaking up on me.
Yeah. Want me to see if you're in the camera right now?
Sure. I am. He's not.
No, that's the problem with that spot is you can't get the whole round.
Yeah. But maybe up on one of these you might be able to.
You won't be able to. Its distance is the same. It has to be
Up on the green one?
Like up on the green one in order to do that. I'm gonna get my coffee. I'll be back on. What do you need me to do? How can I help you?
I don't think there's anything you can do to help. I'll have to have you video later on because he is conveniently staying on the camera.
Okay.
But did you see him spin when I went to grab this?
All right. So now he's following you.
I'm just gonna take more of the grass out of here. Maybe later on I'll use the bag.
Well, running, you didn't make it. You didn't want to.
Teach him to lay down quick. That's my cue.
All right, we're gonna let that be the end of his session right now. He seems like he's starting to get overwhelmed. There's a lot of times that he might not have been in the camera because he was walking off his anxiety. And when they do that, let them go. They'll come back when they're ready.
You're like a puppy. You're like a puppy. That's real good.
Right now we're on day 6, so we're just helping him be comfortable around us, making that connection with them. We want to win over their heart. So we're just trying to keep things low key, but yet introducing us, approaching them, being able to touch them with a long stick. There, Dan has some twine wrapped around it, just to be able to let that rope kind of dangle around him, and then paying him for standing still with hay. They haven't had breakfast yet, so it really helps them be motivated for pay with their hay.
Definitely increases the value of our currency.
Yeah.
He's got no problem really with the stick.
Oh, he likes the stick.
Their old trick from back in the day, shorten the stick up.
Have you petted his neck yet, Dan?
With my hand?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so I've petted his neck, but Dan's not worked with him very much.
Hey, buddy.
Remember that stick, it helps keep your distance so that if they do get anxious and want to kick or bite, you have more distance between you and them. And that's a handy thing as we're learning. And you can watch his body language. As Dan's doing all this stuff, he's preoccupied with the pay that Dan's giving him. His tail is calm. If his tail is going crazy, do pay attention to what the other animals are doing, because it might not be over what you're doing. And there, when he turned away, that's just saying he's a little overwhelmed.
Yep. Like I need a break.
So just let them have a break, let them walk away, they'll come back to you. So it just so happens that Doc here is very curious about the flag, so we're able to use the flag right now to see if he's open to more interaction. Later on, we'll find out if he's open to more interaction by target training. We'll teach him neck, and that's where we put out our hand and they have to lean or step over and touch their neck to our hand, and that helps us know if they're open to interaction. So there, he's just taking a break. So their break could be 30 seconds or it could be 5 or 10 minutes. It just kind of depends on the animal. You can see there how he's kind of ducking his head. He's saying he's feeling nervous.
Yeah, he can't take no more right there. See that?
Okay, so right now I wouldn't try to push more on it. So if your donkey is doing this when you're trying to gentle them, give them time to relax. They'll come down. But again, it could be 30 seconds or it could be 5, 10, 15 minutes. So sometimes you just leave the pen and let him be. Or right now, Dan has switched over and he's working with Frank. Now Frank, he's not going to be in a lot of these videos because we're doing the comparison between Stein and Doc. But all three of these here, we have Stein here. So we have Dr. Frankenstein. We're going to go play with Dr. Frank and Stein. So you can see now, Doctor, he's still not interested in interaction. So they just need a break. Let that break be as long as they need. I'm going to stop the video now while he has the rest of his break. So Dan's in here. He's working with Frank and he moved them. Now they're separate. And then all of a sudden Doc started sneaking up on Dan's flag there, just like that, just showing curiosity. So now so now he's saying he's ready to be worked again. So just watch for those little cues when your animal is having a break, whether it's a donkey or a horse.
You're a pretty chill dude, aren't you? They're pretty chill.
See how he's walking up to that, just showing curiosity. He wants attention.
I'm petting him.
Nice. That's Dan's first time petting him on the shoulder. And I think I've been petting him for the last 2 days on the shoulder. Yes, last 2 days. And today is day 6.
Okay, he's trying to get in front of me and do more of this. See that?
Yes.
He's pushing it. He is instigating. Hi, buddy. Hello. That feel good. His lips are wiggling. He's getting into me. Now I can't take no more. Oh, he's gonna be a monster.
Right?
Pat bang.
I'm excited to measure his legs and see how tall he might be.
I'm seeing 12 inches from the top of the hoof to the middle of the knee. Absolute maximum would be 13.
So Frank, out of these 3, is the bravest one in here. He's the most chill. So he'd be like your trail horse. And
He's
then
not very afraid. He's kind of, I'm seeing some sass coming out of him this morning.
and Stein, he's more like a barrel horse. And everybody wants to hide behind Frank because he's so brave and chill. So there you can see that Frank is saying, nope, that's too scary to me. But other times he does walk towards it and shows curiosity about the flag.
You're starting to get in my way, little man. Well, hi, buddy. Oh boy, he's gonna came up real quick now.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You know, with the girls, when we push it, and they get so bound up tight like concrete, they wouldn't even eat.
Mm-hmm.
Just now, when I walked up and touched him, he's like, I'll eat. So he's pretty chill. We're going to go back that way. Good job. I'm just moving his feet. See if we can't work some of the sass out of here. Come on. This way, guys. It doesn't have to be intense. No, you're like, yeah, no. But Frank, I'm not going to stare at you just yet. Keep on there.
What'd you say?
The big loud clunk. Someone hit their knee on a pipe or something?
Well, he ran into the panel, which hit the railroad tie.
No, it's wired tight to the railroad tie. My question was, what part of the body hit the fence?
I don't know.
No, half the flank.
So once you can touch them with a long stick or a long brush, just rubbing them and touching them. And then we pay him with hay for that. See, he's leaning into Dan right now. Shows that
I
he's...
feel good. I'm itching him with it.
Now, underneath their chin is a blind spot. So you go into a blind spot and then it changes eyes. So that's something I would wait for a little bit on before going underneath their chin. Build up a little bit more trust before you add that scariness in there.
Really, you want more of this? Okay.
So he leaned away. That's telling Dan that he doesn't want the pay right now. Sometimes I find when I'm paying them and they're new, that it's better to have a giant handful of hay than a little bit. Sometimes a little bit can be too intimidating.
Oh, so it begins. He's liking it getting scratched.
Now he needs a break. So when they need that break, just let them walk away. They'll come back when they're ready again. They'll give you some kind of sign that shows that they're curious.
You know, he's been giving me a sign. It's like when this happens with him, he's off taking a little mental break. Before you know it, he'll be standing in front of me and he's stepping sideways. He's intercepting me with his shoulder like I want more interaction. But he definitely needs a break in between.
So now we'll switch back over to Stein while he's having a break. Now that he is starting to eat hay from my hand, I'm putting out my hand and saying nose. And when he touches my nose, I use the word deet. So it's like clicker training. And then I give him the pay. So we're gonna keep working on this, the start of target training, clicker style.
Okay, here at MaryJo with Stein, day 6. Been some pretty big progress in 24 hours. He's a bit of a scaredy cat and did not react well to even slight pressure. So we're doing the donkey approach. And there's even been some target training going on. She's asking him to touch her hand. And when he does, she says deet. And immediately it's given that green grass. So he voluntarily, on request, touched her hand with his nose with an immediate deet. He got paid some green grass. Now, he's gotta go walk it off. That was pretty rough.
And he needs to walk it off almost after every time we do this.
Yeah. We got a great donkey we trained. Her name's Valhalla. She was the same way. She's developed into an absolute rock star of a riding donkey.
I'm walking away to relieve pressure.
An unrelated training observation in body language is I've been watching from the outside. I can see several animals when I'm outside these corrals. And whenever with these Mustangs, particularly Stein, as the pressure increases, suddenly he gets attacked by flies. There are no flies. All this stomping his feet and itching his knees with his nose, I think is a stress reaction because there are no flies right now. None of the other animals are doing it. And he only does it when he's under pressure.
Dan, there's flies all around his legs.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Because he's got black legs?
I don't know. Nose. He needs a break again. My head is facing down because I don't want to be looking him in the eye.
He didn't take his pay.
No, but he totally touched my hand super well. His lips are tight right now. Do you see that in the camera?
Yeah. I'll zoom in.
Too much pressure.
He seems to be a little used up at the moment. He's been pretty brave. he gonna pull out of this?
Right now, if I can just get him to take hay from my hand, we're gonna call that good.
Okay. Yeah, he never took his paycheck from the last nose touching. There we go. He's a happy dude.
So I have a timer set, and we're not at the end of our 15 minutes yet, but he was a yes horse, saying yes to the things that I was asking, and then all of a sudden he couldn't say yes anymore, which just tells me he's used up, he needs a break, and maybe even a longer break than his last one.
Yeah. It's like a rechargeable battery, a brand new one. In the beginning, it can only hold so much charge. Let him recharge a little bit. Nice work, Stein.
He's done a big change from...
Different horse than 24 hours ago.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Is that still on camera?
Yeah, he just spit out a rabbit.
When they're eating, I would say they're not too nervous, but he's showing us that he's used up.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can get him to eat out of my hand again.
No, I don't know. Says that brake sounded like a good idea.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if I can do it.
Oh, he's thinking.
We like thinking.
He's pretty used up right now.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off your tape recorder. We'll load this up for a reel-to-reel, one of the moving picture shows.
Stein has had about a 30-minute break, maybe a little longer. So we're just gonna go see what he has to offer. And I'm gonna try to just work with him for 15 minutes. I like that he's already turning to face me a lot, just since I've walked in here. Hi, you. Still a little nervous.
What's going on?
Yeah, there is.
You want there to not be a lot going
No, it's fine. Just do your thing. right, so we're moving around panels over here because we're gonna move Doc out. So we're making a little chute area over there, and then we're gonna bring Doc in through the barn and then into the wild pen where they started. We're gonna put him in with Seamus. It's just gonna make it easier because right now it's pretty hard to separate the Mustangs, especially Stein. He gets so worked up. So to help this be easier, we'll just have Stein and Frank and Stein, to separate to start training. So I'm gonna stop with Stein right now because it's just a little much for him right now. We're gonna see what we can do with Doc.
Because we're going to move Frank and Seamus into the barn. Oh, okay. Dump this out. Good boy. Good boy, here. Oh, but he didn't want pay. He just needs a break, so he's gonna walk around and take his break. The flag is a good lure for him. You like that. You like that. Yes. See him peeking over Frank's back. That's pretty funny. Coming.
How's the dog doing?
He's doing well. It's like you're spending all your time with Stein. I'm luring him. It's like a cat toy. Frank keeps walking in front of the camera.
Have you petted his shoulder yet?
Yeah.
And they ever able to pet your way up his neck?
I've been able to pet his neck and his shoulder the whole time.
Okay.
I was just going to try to pet his head though, and he got a little nervous. You're not supposed to eat that. It's not food. This is food. Hi. Here. Oh, this is a good boy. That's the first time I've touched his head. Yeah.
No one's ever scratched his butt. I think, yeah.
Well, probably itches a lot from shedding time of year. I want to touch your head. He says, I need a break.
Like you run Frankie with Stein?
Yeah, totally. So we just created another wild pen, and we're keeping Doc in here with Seamus. Seamus gets to be in here because Doc needs a friend, and Seamus doesn't need grass or excessive amount of hay. But what's interesting, Dan, if you move, he might go through there right now.
Yeah, very well.
When we brought home the Golden Girls, they would not come in here, like not right away. They were terrified to come in here. But Doc is going in and out of this like he's been doing it his whole life. So now his training will take place over here, and I can separate Seamus from him because we have a little gate in here. And then as soon as he can be haltered with ease and led at least a little bit, then he'll go out into the dry lot with everybody else. And this is gonna allow us to have good training separating just the two Mustangs because they're a little bit more reactive. They need more training yet.
More space.
Yeah, a little more space. We're back out here with Stein. They've had a break for a couple hours now. And we're gonna see if we can keep working on that target training. It's like a clicker training. So I'm gonna put my hand out with some hay. That's gonna be the lure to get him to touch my hand with his nose. I'll say nose, and then when he does touch it, I'm gonna give him the pay, which is his pay, and I'll say the word deet. Hopefully we're in the camera over there. So each time he does it, a break is good. And if you're really having trouble getting him to put the animal that you're working with, to put their nose onto your hand, you can take baby steps with this also. So it could be that they look at the hay and they show interest. And then maybe they push their head towards it a little bit. So we can take little tiny baby steps to get up to this point. So it just kind of depends on where your animal is at and what they're capable of offering for you. Remember, the whole goal here is to earn their trust, to win over their heart. We need them and want them to feel safe. Now when I'm walking towards him, if he's leaning away or stepping back, then I'm either going to stop or back up. At first I was backing up saying, you don't have to feel nervous. I'm not going to hurt you. I recognize that you feel nervous. But now I'm starting to just stand there and waiting till he's relaxed a tiny bit more before I work my way closer to him. He has a giant fly biting him on his back and he can't reach it. So I'm hoping with this lunge stick I might be able to wipe it off. However, he's, too worked up to let me close to him with this. But if he does, I'll be able to get that fly off from him. I was hopeful. The fly's still on his back. He wishes he had a longer tail, not a baby tail. But I don't think it's worth the risk of losing trust to try to get that fly off from him. if you feel like you're losing progress, like right there, he was just too nervous to put his nose on my hand. So instead of doing that, I just got him to eat hay from my hand. So just step back and do what they're comfortable with, what you can get them to say yes to.
Party Cooper's coming. Hi. How'd the wrangling go?
Good.
Come over here to kiss you, so I'm going away. And then you go bye-bye. Come on.
Need a fly by his back, and I was going to try to get up that long one, but
That's a good idea. You thought it was.
no, I thought, well, you know, like maybe he'll let me, but I was going to throw it or anything, you know, like the rope to get that fly. It'll work. See if he'll let me come back up. Because we've been working for a little over 15 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna go rip some whip now, babe.
All right, good luck. Bye. That giant fly is back on his back again. And that's not the best time for me to be asking him any questions. And I really can't do anything to help him get it off without scaring the gajebers out of him. So I think we're going to be done with this session now.